Alright guys, welcome yet another live coding session. These sessions usually brings the essence of life, but um I'm doing the work and I'm recording myself doing disclaimer. A good 60% of the times I have no idea what I'm doing, but nobody really does. And the skill that I'm trying to develop is to kind of develop my problem solving skills where I can do that on the fly. And I've been doing that. But I want to get better at it. I want to get better at it. In this development, what you really know is everything, and I want to get comfortable not knowing. I want to get comfortable in applying myself, um, learning on the fly, and so forth. A lot of people give up on programming or software development because it gets hard after a while, and sometimes the learning curve is not a smooth rising slope at all. So I'm putting this out there. If you're a developer, you're trying to develop programming. It's hard, but it's not hard, but it just takes a lot of work. A lot of work. It took a lot of work to get where I am. I'm not a complete no. It took a lot of work to get where I am, but where I am isn't enough right now. That's why I'm working to better myself as a developer. You know, so I need to develop that abilitiness to where you do things when it's difficult, when you don't know, and you stick to it while it's difficult and so forth. That's a skill I'm trying to develop. And so I'm publicly sharing that I have no idea what I'm doing half of the times. And you guys can sit and watch me figure it out and figure it out. I shall I want to become comfortable in using that skill. So that's the last time we were I changed the mechanism. Oh, the PayPal message will show that a message in the cart that shows up if the cart is empty. Today I want to create the manage product form and the add and edit product form. So where I so the manage product form is essentially where a farm on the system will go to add products or view the products that they have on the system. They'll be able to update or remove the item. All right, so that's the intention of the managed product form. All right, so I'm going to add a new form, Windows form. Um, call this FRM. Use FRM is just a prefix, so they know what object it is, type of file it is. Um, manage products. Right. Oh, um, in the spirit of having no idea what I'm doing, um, I've sourced resources and so forth. So I got my hands on a project that somebody did. It was online. So they were doing something similar. So I just decided to take a look at what they were doing. You know, and these are the skills that you have to use. You're not going to know all the time. So you'll find resources online and you will understand what's going on and you just apply it. So now this is a project that I found some similar. I was going through some code there, understanding what's going on here. But the form that I'm interested in, this form right here. So they have a panel. I've used a panel for the card already. This panel is a regular panel. think I'll use a flow panel to handle my layout and the object, and they have some. This is sure. I think they're okay. They're using a framework. I think it's paid, so I won't be using a design framework for this at all. It's paid. Doing a free trials right now. Because I'm not that much interested in that. So the only thing I want really is panel, um, button, manage products, and I think okay, I think I'll go ahead and get started. So we need to drag and drop a label here. Form it is. Change the text property. Go up here and change the size. Change the 15 pixels. Put that. I'm going to go for a flow layout panel. So I can add, what I plan to do is add, right? So I have some user controls here. User controls are basically like uniform. So this is like a form of controls on it, server elements. So they're like mini forms that I can create and reuse. So that's why I don't know if you took note of the products that were on the products page yesterday. So that's basically what I used. So this is what I created. What I essentially want to do is create um something like this, and then for every product that the farmer has and want to render it, so layout panel. I was going to render each of them, then flow layout panel and the layout from the layout side by side. So here we go. Flow layout panel. I'm gonna dock this to where do I find dock? Okay, dock on that is to the bottom. Can so this will serve as a container. That is to the bottom. Save right there. Serve as a container. Should I have it this wide though? I think I want. I'm not gonna dock it. I think I just want to. I want this to observe the margin or where that is right there. Alright, so I want a button that says product. Mentioned yesterday, I'm not really interested in going in and the design. God, beautiful. Not interested in functionality right now. Button that says product. It's bigger. No problem. Use prefixes for each of our controls. We name our controls because we want to reference them inside the code. So you can't reference something that you don't know the name of. Just if you just work with default naming, eventually you lose track of what the control name actually is because you will be using a lot of controls of the same type. If I were to have buttons and I use the default name, I didn't name them, I would not which are the controls reference, especially if you did this and then come back sometime later. Remember anything that you did. So I'm gonna call this BTN add. I change the text property of that button. Add. Okay. We have something. So I'm going to worry about, should I create the, alright, so the idea I'm going with is that I add some result video on it. It's kind of beautiful. Two product card component on that. Yes. Update and remove. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna create a user control like the ones that I had before, but just change the button to update. Oh, yeah. So I'm going to do. I'm simply going to create the user control. I want to call this. We're doing some prefixes. The prefix names are inconsistent here, but so I'm going to refactor it to do. Should I call this final product? Oh, I'm going to spell again. What basically I want to do is copy all of this right here, paste it here. So center that and make it smaller. These are placeholders. I programmatically add the product name, so forth. I have objects I use. I make this big. Hmm. We're going to change this from add to cart from view to update. The card over some is 10 update. So that's the name of the button itself. Everything in this are objects. So you get the instance name of the this is object oriented. So everything here is a class, and each of them is an instance of a class. So object. You can name the instance name to reference them in the code as I was talking about earlier. Let's update. This is the text property. Basically what is displayed. 10 8 and button called delete. Save that. We did a bit of should do it. Anything easy to change because everything is one place, and all I'm doing is creating multiple instances of it in the code. So if I just change this, then it will reflect everywhere. So I wanted to worry about that. Alright, now. So what I want to do here now is I want to enable the auto scroll. to scroll for each of the if they so for everything that's rendered, if it if the amount of it is cannot be contained within the space here, it will activate the scrolling thing so you can scroll through scroll through all the items that are inside the panel. All this FPNL. I'm gonna change the name prefix name for all of my flow panels because as I mentioned I'm working as a team in a team, so we're using some standard prefixes for our controls. And but we start out using so later on after we practice. So our standards that we're using. Oh god, it's FPNL products. Well, hold on. So that's one down. I'm gonna create another form that adds adds another product. I'm gonna work with the same form to do both those things. I could create them separately, but I don't want to create them separately at all. I've been talking low for some reason. Um, Low form. So far. Yeah, yeah, good luck. Spell the other. So as I mentioned, you don't know how to go about something, you can always look it up. Don't have to reinvent the wheel. Don't have to reinvent the wheel. There, you just need to understand what's going on. You need to understand what's going on and be able to apply yourself. Alright, so this is what the person has. As I mentioned, they're using some design framework for their forms. Which I'll not be using. They have wanna copy the whole panel here. That panel comes to the content. I'm going to add fields in respect to my product class. I created a product class that where is it as an ID description. I think I'll be using description. A category. We should change this to an integer because database we have a category table with primary key value. So I think we'll just utilize that image. Okay. I have also reviews here for each product and try tracking the format that the product belongs to. In this, I'll bring up the ERD to show how it all connects sometime. But for right now, I just want to get the fields. So as I mentioned, I'm going to steal that whole use a panel to just hold everything here. I'm not worried about layout here because I'm dragging and dropping. So, alright, so I need a picture box first and foremost. Picture box to store the image. Picture box. Right. We have this like right here. Oh, that's too big. We're gonna make it a bit smaller. need a button. It's a bit and make it a bit. All right. Let's work with that for now. So I'm going to change text in this button programmatically based on what I'm using form for. So if the form isn't edit mode, I'll change it to change form is in add mode. I'll change it to, but for right now, right, add let's change. Not really. This is right. This is three. All right, let's work it out. All right, we're gonna call it change. Change. Let's see what is there. So guys collecting product name. I want to place category here, so I'm going to bind that text box, combo box rather. I'm going to bind that combo box with the categories in the database, price, and need stock, check stock. Let's go. Show what the text box is for. Grab it when this happens. Right. Right. Mark news, but I have shortcuts to manage these, but I can't use them on the side now. This was studio because the shortcuts that I'm using for OBS, the shortcuts in Visual Studio, so I can't use them. So, the name, make this bigger. Change it here. Stuff, pixels. Big stuff here. Should I put it across there? So I'm gonna put it on. I need this so wide. I don't need that so wide. Center this. It was easier to put it in a panel after that to move all these controls around the screen. That text box data. Should explore flat styles. That's not about this. design right now to explore different for this. So I can make this tonight. Just a bit bigger for the purposes. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna okay, to do some checking. Put the product name here. I'll put this down somewhere. At this price. This price. Label using control in it and dragging it to copy it by the way. I want a combo box. I'm going to put some binding for each of the category side of the database. I want to have it as a list in here. Put that so in other places here for drop down. Windows Forms combo box. Doesn't appear that I can use something for this. I get more state code is in type. Price. I just do what the guy did and this is the M size as well. It's a simple to manage like that. Mm. What else do I need? Change this text. So category. Save that. That's what I'm not taking the description there. Exactly sure how you describe it. Excuse me. Alright, so I'm back. I was being called a while ago. What was I doing? Size of this kind of show me how to, but we'll deal with it later. Price. Also, yeah, track stock. So I'm gonna change the text for this for now. Should be a number. Alright, so I'll check it. I'll take a look at my product. That's basically it. Name, category, ID will be added to the object when it's added to the database. So the database will give us the ID. Image, store image is a string, price, problem, one, taking care of. So I'll be using these later. But it's just to manage relationships. So for all the reviews that it has a list, product will have a list of reviews that a customer will give. The reviews and object itself, so I'm just having a list of all of those objects that has attributes listed out like these. And then there's a farm object for farmer that added the product to the system. So one thing I need to do, I need to never use the open dialog before. I need to do something for this. And so to add the image to the file. Not that it's not something that is visible. Something you add inside of your form to use it. And call this open file. The something reference. So I want to do inside of this now. Prior to coming here, we have beta reading upon it and figure out how it's done. I think I just reference I can extend here. Um, so if O F D, okay, so apparently change that change it. Oh crap. Anything. Change the design name to the object instance. Put it, I just saw a name there, I just put in there. So it should pop up as of that show the command, and this returns. So it show that returns a dialog object. Um, returns a dialog result object with OK if user clicks on OK dialog box, otherwise cancel. So so the open dialog should give me the interface or the user the interface to choose a file from their system. And so if they chose a file, that's it, it returns a dialog result. Okay. If they chose a file, I don't know what to do. What is the problem here? Now, computer is catching up. What I want to do here is so this opens the dialog box. I don't know if you guys know if anywhere added system just takes into where you have your files. It's selected so it opens that file thing that pops up. Right, and if the user selected something, so checking if the dialog result will be okay. So if the user did select something, the result will be okay. That have access to when they're trying to figure out how exactly this is used. Picture box, this image. I need an image to test this out on. Right, first off, I need to be able to call this form to test it out. And I wanted to add the manage user in the portal, not the one doing the user portal. I want team member the portal. What it called that name that given. You can call it something like profile. Yeah. So what I do is I want to add a button here show so the button here that says each These are all buttons on the side, by the way. Use products. And yes, change the change products. So spells is that supposed to be I'm just gonna go and click event for that on the card. Open there's a method that we had created to open because what we're doing essentially is a panel. Do the same thing for e-commerce parts. It is a panel that forms inside of so we can just switch between forms based on the navigation option that are here. I need to change it. I can't put this what. It's just in order. Where are we? Open child form pass in new what do you call it? For inch products. All this open child form. This is here's it takes in a form object. So what we're essentially utilizing here is polymorphism because so each of these forms created are essentially objects that inherit from a form class. So this is a form, so this is a form, that's an object put in the code that is that represents a class that inherits from a form class. So we can use polymorphism to just store a child in a parent. It's polymorphism, store a child in a parent class. So this works. So we just can take in a general form here, form type form, abstract type class form. Here we go. Class represents under the dialog box that we need to an application user interface. General one, check if the current form. So we'll have something that tracks the current equal to null. If it's equal to null, then if it's not equal to null, then we close what's inside the form, close that form, and then assign the current form to the form that we passed in. Alright. Whatever form we pass in, we just make at the current child. And then we are showing after adding that form to the panel, we're displaying it in. So that's essentially what's going on. Show from manage product. I want to did I close it? Manage product. The routine there. It's gonna be anything. I want to open. I want to call rather. I want access to. I need access to. Where am I? Offer. Need access to this method right here from inside of the add product as well because I want to utilize the same functionality to add the the same. So when I press this, the form minus form will pop up here. And the add new products, I want when I call that, I want it to pop up here as well. But the mechanism to do that is inside a profile. Alright, so I need to I need to pass profile to this. So I need to pass profile form. That's what the form is called. So this form will call the profile form. I mean, I don't agree with anything, but here to fight it. Um, so I need to pass the profile form. So in this object, I can see the profile form, and then pass the profile form to I can okay. So I can access the method of the profile form and pass in the instance of the add edit products. So right here, I'm going to go ahead and apply it profile file. So just something to store that in running instance, something to store the running instance of the form. Remember, these are objects, so objects here. Running instance of the form, create an constructor that will take in a this slash right there, taking profile file, initialize that profile should start using this keyword lecture. I keep doing that. Lecture is going to be with this keyword. Best practices uses. So initializing this to what's coming, and what I want to do is here from here when I click add product, I want to launch this form inside here. So I need to call manage products and one click event for add product to call the open child form in the profile. See, method is probably private. Where's it? Step and step. It is probably private. It's public, so I can access it outside of this. Internet is private, so I can access it outside of this object right here. This class. Where am I? Right. So if I click that, I will be able to see open child form. So I'm passing the instance of what I'm passing far and product. Yeah, that should do the trick. Save as run. And so should run without any errors. Let's fix it. That's all there is to it. Really. PC is behaving slow for some reason. Alright, so if you recall, this weird password is test. It's being queried from the database, by the way. Go to user portal. And I want to go to manage products. Alright, I'm going to add product. We have a problem. No reference, so that means that something was not initialized, and the problem is most likely with this right here. So this is null. And it's null because I did not pass it in here. So So I forgot. So if I put profile, I call this, I want to pass in this. So this is a keyword that just references the current class that you're in. So the current context. So if I'm so this whole class here, if I call this inside of it, it's just referencing this. So it. So let's try it again. Put user portal on this product, add product. You're seeing it. So if I click this, you should get the dialog. Okay. Okay. So this is where we go and select our problem. That works. That works. So the dialog was called inside. Button click one for this. So I want to know more about the dialog. So I'm going to take a look inside the properties, find out what's going on. So I have a application file name and this file name first shown in the some the one last selected by the user. Check the initial direction dialog box. Does that type? What can I make use of? Doing some research on how exactly to go about this. Okay. So let's check out what this guy did in his before the in here. Okay, he did the same thing. I say okay. So he's setting the image, the location, the file name. Alright, so what about the file name that comes from the file that's selected? Setting that to well, that image location for the file name. Let's try that. Let's try that. I'm gonna just go to survey. It's funny working with picture box inside of Winforms because all of this and just see what's in it. So I'm gonna test this out. I want to make a note of what comes in. So these properties right here, I'm gonna play with these properties. So the guy was doing, he was finding, right? So it says it gets and sets the string containing the file name selected in the dialog box. File name selected in the box. So I want to see what that looks like. So where do I go? Should switch to my repository. There, so I'm gonna show my seed box. Show just if the image that I name is this element. I don't think so. It's not possible, so it's just let's try that out. But user portal manage product, add product, add working on downloads. This is what I added. Okay, so it shows the absolute path of the file. No problem. And we can go one step further in setting the image for this so that one thing I want to do is first of all, this is on my the size of my size of my form won't necessarily fit inside of this. So I will need to set the auto shrink and auto size, grow, shrink. What's inside of this? That should take care of my let's see that be right there. Where we at? I'm just going to attempt to set the image that you call this. So, so let's refer to picture box image that image equals image should be image equal where's the image location? Something image location. The image gets access to the image that is displayed. Using image location, this URL bar for image is better. To with the dot file. Let's see, I should change the properties of this one because some want this to probably auto size, center image. See how this looks. Design is really something else, just look kind of careful-ish, but so it goes for now. Really, farm visit all about it right now. So we change the size of it itself. Add image. Alright, so it's what added there. So alright, so one thing I need to do now is I need to save this image in the project files. Whereas I need to get the image and save it on our system. Our system so it can be dynamically referenced later. Right, so let's see how we can go about it. I think I was looking over some of the guys' code. Alright, so he sets the image equal to that, but where does he actually save? Where does he actually save the image? So Alright, so button save sets his thing moves to the location of then press save scene. This is a product that saves go to the product class. There are save. This is the census database right here. This is where he's storing. This is the parameters. But let's go. Come on. So price and dart. So where he has images called something here, which more than likely returns image path based on the name. To find that method to see what he's doing. It's a get image path. So there's a file name here image. Image, where is this coming from? Okay, so up here, so set the image. So I set the object image to equal so over here, set it to equal the image that's inside of the image location, the text box after you set it to equal the location from the dialog box. So source, this is a overloaded method that he called was this one. That he called was this one. Was actually called one that takes in one parameter. So it's file name product plus date fix plus JPEG if default image that equals image as a static but then returns default image path or if it doesn't equal that return something called image. This is the image string. This is a finding that you just set right here. Some util, so it's probably a static class. Static class. There's a method that says static class that's taken. So let's take a look at it. So where did he copy image? File name source. Right, so create image directory. So he is okay. So the directory is method for creating in subdirectories this class can. Okay. Okay, so if he's checking if theoretical image exists, if it's not, if it doesn't already exist, it's create a directory called images. Right, so it creates image directory, gets file name, which is the path dot get file name, which is passed in here. So let's see what returns a file name extension of the specified path string. The character after last directory character is path. Last character of the path is the shape volume subcharacter. Alright. file name destination is equal to images plus file name. But oh, I think he created the file name here, so where is it? Yes, so the file name is equal to the product yet just use continuation dot jpeg. So I created that. What he's doing over here now is combining so he created the directory called images. So it's combining images and combining that he created here into one string. Don't put a slash between them. Checks if that file exists. Okay, file exists. Determines whether or not specified. This file exists. Choose the call has required permission. If it exists, he replaces source with what's in the source. Oh, for replace created this method. It's right here. So source file exists destination plus okay file delete. I said deleting what's there. So it's basically copying the image from the user's directory. If there exists, just replace it. If it doesn't, you uh, uh copy image and copy it to the return destination of the file destination. Okay, image files copy here. So take a look at what copies. All copies already something that created actually copies an existing file to a new file the same. That's allowed. So let's see how we can go about the show. So one thing that I want to do so long we've been rolling. So when we add the image to this will get the absolute. So the file name will be the absolute path of where it's located on my desktop. I want to copy the file from there and put it onto this images. Sorry, the images right here. Right. So what I want to do. So let's see how I can go about. I'll put this in our utils class for now. Put this in our utils class for now. There are some sensitive data in this utilities class in the class library shown on camera. Well, it shouldn't be in there in the first place, but there. So it's already exposed on. So It's not private repository, but it's already exposed and we will expose it on the public. Let's see. One thing that I want to do is copying the file from our system into the project files. So we need to get the name of the files and such reminder. So that's how we went about that. So that's save. Right. Product that's save. Product. Take a look at is save method. Save method he called get upload image path, which is inside of get upload image path. Kind of seeing why I need that. So get upload image path, but this one. So we're creating so on a creator something of the same type over here. Public static. Don't think I want to place it in this probably should place it inside the product object. But let's see where this goes for where I want to get rid of that. Started. I'm just gonna do this for I'm just gonna follow go to those so file and the product okay copy this line even it's all over working with ah looks like I'm gonna have to put it inside of the product object. Okay, that's what I'm gonna have to do. Just remove this from right there, so got the whole thing. Oh, yeah. Utils. So this one changes right here. So change Close this until you get down close again. Doesn't take just and I don't like concatenation and string interpolation here. Certain you can connect util. Then after it's like I'm going to have to do that after you know, I want to make it generic. Um, somewhere in this whole project that could use, yeah, or somewhere in this project that could use something. So I'm going to add it to you after the library. And inside the lab, so we need to be using it. Just need to spell this correctly. Ut, which is copy. Just gonna call this copy file. Alright, so I'm gonna have to go into this. Please don't steal my. Okay, so that's the sensitive data is way over that. So I'll be scrolling. Hopefully, I don't have to scroll over. You don't want the connection string in the public. So public that is copy file. Parent copy file. Just take a details again. I'm continually going along. I really have no idea what I'm doing, but image source and should I make it generic if we would go inside of, I'll just make it generic for now. Or code the details and I'm not gonna make it generic, just make a custom one based on just any code that I will just make think there is some content to help me know how after we come to returns a string and we pull something like string source and string. I already have a directory, so I don't think I'll be creating a directory for that. I was going to include the system that IO library are included because of the changes. Defining passing, save, let's save, okay, then we photos, okay, it's in probably, probably, thread line, thread, subpair, and then we're simply getting the destination string. Okay, so we created a file name. Let's make it more sense now. We created a file name, right? Basically created a path, and all we're doing is copying from one path to that path. It's kind of smart. It's kind of smart. It's smart when you think about destination. Probably still need some more. Yes, yes, sir. So combine path and is what I end the day returning destination. It's gonna do that from here. My checks are making. And the file already exists. I want to replace the source path, destination path, else copy. Oh, damn. Alright, so this is going to be used on for like when updating as well. So if we the file already exists, we want to do is replace what's inside of the source, destination, destination exists, replace the source and destination, and doesn't copy the source into the destination. So let me test this for now. I'm just gonna simply do this for right that exists business. Alright, so have that here. So I have to try my best to try and understand what's going on. Let's copy this code. Alright, so after I return this, what am I doing with this? Should copy the code inside it. This should copy the image inside of our image path, inside of our image file, and return the file path for it. Alright, so let us try some here. Alright, so what I want to try here now is I'm just gonna remove this for profile. Need is add product, change design. Let's go copy this right here. And just put this on top of simple stuff, right? I want to test how it works. Alright, so I do need to call. So when I get the image, I need to add. What I need to do is call product. I can use in the library here. So we need to include the class library using string. To use the product class here. Okay, so product equal product. What I want to do is I want to get it, set it to equal to image that user selected, right? And I do that. I want to call product. Yeah, product. Let's see. Don't have an instance. Same yeah, for everyone. Oh, see, we call that does product that gets coded image path set picture. There's a lot on the message box. Let me show what it is. Why this is crazy? Oh, type above it. What's going on? Hmm? I'm in trouble. Okay, let's show. Let's see how this works, shall we? Of course, they would be. I didn't have something. That was a file. Try there for some. Why? Serenity again. Don't know if it's going to work or not, but there's removing that two things. It crashes, man. Alright, so says it directory not found could not find a part of path images. So I need to create images lost product. I said this is what the file looks like. Okay, this is gonna find a part of destination. So the source return destination. Try something. Who's the thing was not nothing. Oh, but you. Let's see what difference that makes. On the truth again. So you got it. Got the damn thing. No problem. I found it. No problem at all. I'm not gonna really fight you, but maybe I can beat it to join it, you know? So man, let's see the creator that you seen it. Some destination. So you got family with so this is the method that I'm um what to do next, what to do. Right now. It's going to go back and look how it's going. So after he return destination, so he copy image. Where does he copy? Let's backtrack again. Save. Yeah, it's inside that load image. So this returns. It should simply returns the file path that's copied over. How do we actually doing okay job of passing around what's going on here? So it's kind of hard to follow, you know. Because if there's this, so the image path that I created, add an image there. Moments like these is where I usually give up, but we're trying to break out of I'm giving up all the time. And when I come to a location, okay, Excel, But this location, save inside our product. And save is calling this code, which is this right here, and not this. Over, over. This calls copy image from the copy image photo, which is in utils. We'll go to utils to copy image. Okay. Okay, so I do need to call the file. So I'm seeing this already. You know what? Let's do file copy. Copies an existing files to a new file. Snake problem. Okay. Copy source. So I'm copying what was uploaded to file path as specified. Same destination of where I'll copy to where what get uploaded image path. Right, and setting image equal to this should give me that picture box. Um, do the test that I was setting out. Let's do this from product. Where is product? Okay, problem. But it uploaded image path. So let's do what? Oh, that'd be a food smear, honestly. But hey, what's the burn? actually got it back. Oh, that's crazy. That is crazy. But where is it? So it's there. I'm not seeing it pop up on that. So it's working. It is working. I need the file. Actually, I need the file to show that it's created. Oh, open file in File Explorer. It's so it's been working. One second, guys. Alright, so I'm back. Yeah, so a while ago I just discovered that it was being added to it, and it was being added to. So what I heard was working. It was just that with the problem, not a part of the project. So I need, there's something here that should say show all files. Yeah, yeah. So imagine, so I shouldn't give up on that, guys. I swear, I was really getting frustrated a while ago. Really getting frustrated. I don't know. So alright, so we're getting the files in our system from my my thing, my computer into the project. So this will just translate to where the project is being, wherever it's hosting the project, probably a server. So it would upload onto the server itself. The F1 at part works. That part works. Alright, so here what I'm happy that that works. So there were some fail safes man that I was implementing. So I think everything is becoming much clearer than it was. So what we're doing is simply copying a file to another file for creation. And so I created a file with a, this is unique. So the time ticks. A tick is generally I think it's uh it's a long, which is an integer, a long integer of think today's date from dawn of time represented in a number format. So if I show you that, it's just this long, that's what I think is. So I'm creating a product .jpg, right? So creating a file name by that name, copying the image that's coming in, so that file name, right? And so in the final app, what we're going to do is store that the uploaded image path into our database. And to store the uploaded image path into our database. So let's try. Alright, so I mentioned a while ago that I was going to do fail safe value, such as if it already existed and so forth, and there is in file. Um, so what do we need here? So let's take a look at like I was up to. I don't even know what the name of the person was, but watching this, thanks, man. So I mentioned that I already had an image folder, so I didn't need to create a directory created on my probably better this way, but hey, oh, I probably just need to. because guess what? On the server, and we just created one on the server as well. Combine. If the destination already exists, so if whatever we created here, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I lost it. Oh, if whatever we created here already exists, what we want to do is replace it. Where am I? I want to replace it with to replace source where it exists. Okay, so we want to replace what's in the destination with common source, right? File exists from deleting big. Then we want to copy destination source destination the destination and copy. Okay, okay. So we're doing some pre-copy here. We want to change. So we have 3 cups and we want to change. So we have 2 cups, right? We have 2 cups and I want to change the we want to swap the contents of the cup. So we need a placeholder. This is our third cup. You can imagine how that would work. What we're doing is that we are checking if this exists. So this nation plus this, right? This exists, we delete this from what we want to do. We want to copy. Okay, so if we already did this whole copy already, want to sorry, so I want to copy. We did the copying business already. We want to delete this. The one that we did before. We want to create a new. So we just copy. This will end up entering the source for the up here. So this will be the new destination. We want to delete the destination and what we want to do, copy source to the destination. Um, destination. Yeah, so this will be the new destination. Okay, I got you, friend. I got you. I was gonna copy and paste. Um, where are we? This utilities. Yeah, so in our utils file, I have this. Right. Trying to follow the logic of this takes some work. So if product is destination, okay, then we want to do this. I didn't even remember. The sense of the intelligence is great on this guys, I swear. And you want to call, am I doing this right? No, don't I want to call the place up here, so? Yes. Okay. Source, that should do it. All right. So approaching 2 hours of it now. So I just started adding in some flags. So I know that this works, so no longer need this. Bring this down because this is in there. Bring this down as well. So I need a save button here. I need a save button. Keep on forgetting that it's Dragon job. Alright, so oh, what I wanna do here now is name my control as per this is the text property right here. I'm going to name it Scala BTN save. Right? On upon BTN save, what I wanna do is beat it up. What I wanted to do was I think I wanted to add product on the farmer class. This was going on in the farmer class so far. Um remember on my stuff I've been working on implemented this the other day. Comments are there. So I'll explain this later. Um this is the basically facilitate what's the relationship that's gonna be it's an easy way to populate the farmer based on the user object that's passed in. So I'm gonna call public wide and product. What I want to do here is I want to pass in a product object. Do we? Yes, I do. Product object here. Oh, it should come from okay. I was like seeing this. So based on the product object, what I want to do is first of all I wanna add it to product table. So let's take a look at our server explorer over here. Tables. Take a look at product. We have an ID, have a name, have a price, stock, image, category. These All these are foreign keys, so I represented the ID for category and an integer and ID for format and integer, so these are both integers. Alright, so I need to get popping. Let's first of all, let's create our connection to our database. Let's look up here to remind ourselves of that is done. Use the using statement to close the database connection when it goes out of scope, so we don't have to close it. SQL. Very low the fact that I'm talking like I know exactly. I guess I have to be grateful for this medium because I don't have an option to fail while I'm doing this while I'm doing this, I don't have an option to fail, so I have to deal with everything. I was literally behind frustration. So I wanna pass in. If I want to delete the utilities, use the use the app.config file, get the um save is connection string. This is for you again. Great stuff, great stuff. There's an extra using here. Okay, everything is right. Oh no. Connection open and create an insert query or insert statement. Insert SQL command. I'm gonna structure it like this. String query. That's spelled correctly. In this is SQL, guys. Insert into table name. Table name is just get this right like that. I'm running into a lot of issues where reserved keywords are concerned. I don't that product is a keyword in SQL, but I really don't care. That's a lot of frustration. But I just have these insert into that columns. What I want to insert. Let's check recording to at we're at we're at right. So Server Explorer. So I need the name. Doc. Price Image degree and form. Need to do values which are equal to, and I'm going to do string interpolation here because I'm legit not interested in anything. I don't want to help people with, so I can't. But which language don't I have string interpolation in? Didn't have it in C plus plus was something. I wish I had a time machine. Product that thing. Right, let's go, let's go. Product that battery insert in stock. Stock. Just stock. Don't want stock inside this guys. Inside the product I don't have stock. I don't have stock. Stock. Add stock. Yeah, there's no stock. Private. For now, can change this later. Um, stock. Should just use pure properties alone instead of doing it like this. So I have a lot of refactoring later, but for now I'm just really just trying to just get this out of the way. Wonderful. Go back to format class now. Wonderful, guys. Wonderful. Slang free. Swear. Um, Listen to two. So I can. Oh, you take care of that for me. That's great. I swear. That is great. I'm loving Visual Studio. Such a shame that shame I'm loving Visual Studio. I swear. Really, ever since it's off the chain. What am I doing here? Simply adding let's stop it. Price run up on some SQL exceptions. Let's start there's price and then there is this is what we're gonna do. Um get uploaded image path. Did you look at that? That is beautiful. Category. All right, so let's use a test formula. Inserted some. All right, so use ID four. Let's use the ID of one. Let me just for less complication. Let me just remove category. Don't have any categories in the database. So what I'm going to do use one right here. And we need now is that we need SQL command object. It was yes, it is executor. I'm going to use execute reader. I'm going to use execute non-query. And IntelliSense is doing its thing for me. CMD that execute non-query. This returns a execute returns a number afterwards affected. If I'm also gonna check if I return 0, I guess something was inserted. Simply I need to start practicing this and it's being done. I don't want to test it out. I've been used it, but really I need the curly braces for that. Um, so it's not really. So let me just. I don't have access to a message box. Oh, oh damn. I can't access message box right here. Can't access this. Is inside of our class. I'm not inside of our Winforms class. So what I'm going to do is change this to Java. What I want to do is return. This returns a number of what's that graphic? If an insert was made, one row should have been affected with some new data. I put it like that. So I want to know so wherever I call this insider Winforms, I check the condition I was going to check a while ago. This is valid. So let's see what we're gonna do. Don't know if this will work, but hey. Oh, I'm not that experienced in using the SQL client. I just started learning it the other day. I'm saying, yeah. So I'm kind of grateful for this medium in a sense because I'm really not allowed to fail, really. Even though that's the purpose of using this medium, it's being comfortable failing, but that push that I need, like not give up, is there because so I need a save button. Need to be able to see product inside of here. I need to add the product inside here. So we manipulate the scope of the product. The scoping purposes, if I the product in I need to set the image from here. Same product. No problem. Alright, private product. Product. Some this product. Sorry, the exists right. Just in this setting. So what I'm gonna do is just gonna initialize that right there. So right here. So now the new product is simply say product the U control. No, it's no, it makes sense. No, about that image. Okay, that's something. Right. So I need to add validations for all these fields right here. I need to name them too. I need to name the text boxes so I can reference them. Text box product and all my categories. So I need this from now. Number box. Okay. Add the validations for this data. Price. Stay. Price. TXT. Doc. I wish I had that time machine. TikTok. TikTok's it's really the same. Recording. So we're approaching 2 hours and 30 minutes now. I think I'm gonna cut 2 hours and 30 minutes. Continue. Then start a new recording. I'll upload this one. I'm not gonna edit this or anything. Alright, so let's get back into it, parts. Ladies and alright. So I need a farmer class first. Intelligence. Therefore, I'm gonna take a bit longer. I don't know. We just need to call that's add product. See product. If message box, we should be able to access message box from here. That's sure. Item. Later. For now, we're just trying to start functionality. Mm-hmm. So this is a lot of work, sir. I'm gonna have to figure out stuff for the website. We're creating a website for this. Alright. Coming at that item. It need the values. So string product and no txt quotes. Nice. Go ahead and try to vote for that. Try to try party first. txt nice text output messenger. Okay, you are. Thank you. You can move along now. Then we want int stock. Just gonna set that and do int try parse txt text. What I want to do is set um set the code for that. And I set product product image is already set here, so for the minute that I need to do some validations. What am I supposed to work from top down? Oh, come on, persons, nothing. My computer's a bit slow. So press center. Let's try and get this approaching burnout. So break stop for the pass. 2019 minutes. Let's just hope this works. So images have already been set here, so should should do validation but for testing purposes. Try. I'm going to score at 5.6. Alright, so let's see how the cookie crumbles, eh? Need to add some default images develop this image. Okay, so that's a tree category. In about quoting this in US, Jamaica now. So quoting this in with the quantity. 2000 sure, like 12 of these trees. Ah, right. So let's go to exception. Incorrect syntax near value. Where do I have the incorrect syntax now? So I'm gonna take a look inside of the execute. Should I take a look inside command? This command is what it is. Alright. insert into product and insert the fields. This one here. There's a flaw in this, you know. I want to insert everything before images right there. When I'm accessing it, I just no problem. So for now, just have to accept that it's going to on over the system. Fix that. It says there's a what did the SQL exception need? Probably don't remember my SQL guys, I swear. So W3 school resource. Alright. So I'm gonna go to tutorials. I'm gonna go to where's SQL? Intro. Insert. Insert. Probably pass it on. Okay. Alright. Not value, but values. Values. I figured that was it. There should be values with an S. I'm gonna have to fix the way the is uploaded to. For now, I'm just gonna because I kind of have my absolute path being stored inside the database. No other system be able to see the image, so I should change how it goes. But for now, I'm just gonna test this, and you can look into that. It's 4.5.6. Use upward top. Alright, let's try again. Let's go on the tree. Get the grade. Fuck. Right, save again. Skill exception. Where was the Alright. Incorrect syntax near C. Only C we have this is the file path. I think I should be doing some of this strings. I think so. Let's try again. Moment of truth part 3. Inside joke. 4, 5, 6. Is a word add product, add my tree. This part I heard. Alright, let's try again. Okay. 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 Value was added to our database. So let's see what this looks like. Go to Server Explorer. Show table. Yes, sir. I officially have written my first product in database. It's a tree, but hey, tree of start 12 price. No problem, no problem. So let's see how we can render this on our product page. Right, so we go to F1 products. How many minutes now? So this is going to. So the last thing we'll do is try to render it on the product page and cut the recording info part. Right, so the code behind I'm gonna comment this out. I'm going to write some SQL. I'm gonna write some SQL. Where do I write? No, what am I showing? What am I passing? ID? No, it's in my view. Nothing passed in. By the way, alright, so I need to find this out. So let's query let's query our database. So we're going to go up here using system dot data dot SQL client. Using SQL client old technology. As I mentioned, I much rather use entity framework in C sharp. Um, what do I want to do here? I want to pass this method here a a list of list of products. How do I get my products? I need to create data. So using SQL connection equal new connection SQL connection utilities that we're going to simply have something extra here. Oh, PC playing catch up, guys. Connection not open. I have to also invoke it. I never used it before. Yes. Uh, got so many errors. Work attribute that I got used to using. That's turn. What am I doing? So I need a query. String query. I think. I'll spell it correctly. I select from the product table. Other ones using I didn't do it's two using service one. Alright, so need an SQL command SQL command same query in the connection. And so we need what's going on here? Oh, should take care of it. And the SQL either on this SQL data equal secure reader say this is using uh that read. I want to get the so I want to get the product and I want to, first of all, I want to create a product lister. So I want to do something like, well, this way. I'm not sure what to create a list of. So we say list of that. Then name that list equal license. Taking a while. So I'm go and do something like this product that in equal skill data in the field product. So I want the ID of the product as well. Since in the database, I don't like having ID below. I like as if listing something. So for skill data, this is called ID. Uh, Basically, so these are coming data objects. So saying that you can export the object, they cannot convert the object to integer. I need to add it to strings, the string ones, and for the integer, to implicitly cast it given this. That should take care. Product that price equal product price equal SQL. I'm not referencing price, I'm really type string. Hope this is an integer string. Product that price equal, this is on float, so I was doing the chart the part. SQL get that, what that brings in using the key. So the name, not gonna be a good form for. After this is finished, all I'm going to do is add this product to this list and then pass the list. After I'm finished with add, I want to load products method creating. Eventually not start recording, started some close done before that. Alright, so it's time to test this out. This works. So see products here. Need to do one for each. Uh, Start this product. Mm, products. That's some loop into our side. So the product list should be satisfied. So let's run and deal with the errors because we don't write errorless code. So steadily, we don't write errorless code. Well, the build was successful, thankfully. Let's see if there are any exceptions were raised. 4 and 5, 6. Hmm. Shop. Taking a bit, it's taking a bit. Yep. Specified cost is not valid. Here what? Might just have to broadcast something to string, and then I can um, save that actually unmuted. Sorry. So see if that works. Or at 5.6 test shop. Alright, so what is not to be known? One thing I forgot to do, guys. You always forgetting a parameter. Definitely no. I'm not loading up the image. I need the image. I need the image too. Images are important too. How am I going to see your particles? Image. Uh, SQL data. Image. Just the chain. You need to be careful of what's reading. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Let's one moment that you to see if this works or not. Alright. We have our product from our database, guys. So all I have to do now is simply fix up all this. Let's try the product. Does it work? Oh my. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna populate the farmer data, right? So I have some more work to do. So if I add this to cart, see. Oh my. Oh my god, what a treat. This is Java database, guys. I swear I'm loving this. I just need to fix the text so the text appears. Set some alignment and stuff. Need to yeah, design. I need to put some more effort into the design. But functionality is my focus right now, and I feel great that this is working. So we've done a lot today. Uh, in this session, I'm going to call it. Take a break now and start recording part three of this live session, live coding session. For the Jamaica culture. So I'm very proud of us. I've been working a lot of changes of it, a lot of changes. So I'm going to push all of this after that and come back again to fix what needs fixing. So thank you guys for watching. And take care.